How did you handle the child-free conversation with your mother-in-law? My verbal boundaries have not worked. My mother-in-law was really cool about it. I actually think that maybe Michael told her that I didn't want kids initially. She's been very respectful. Sometimes you're going to have family members that just are not going to be respectful of your choice. And if you've let them know and they keep pestering you about it, I think you just have to be like, okay, this is a non-conversation. It's okay to just not have the conversation with your mother-in-law. If she continues to talk about it, just be like, sorry, we've already talked about this and I just don't feel comfortable talking about it. And that's it. I'm running a bunch of errands today. I'm early for my next appointment, so I figured let's just do a quick Q&A. And I'm sorry, this setup is not ideal. I tried to make sure that there's going to be nobody walking behind me because I don't really want anybody in the video back here. And the steering wheel is just going to be in the video. Wonder if I should move this. Will this make a difference if I move this over here? No, that's even more annoying. Okay, never mind. I don't know what is happening in Canada, if we're like short on band-aids or something. I just had to go and give some blood because I have to get my blood taken all the time for my autoimmune disease. And this is the bandage they gave me. The last 2 times I've gone, they just throw this piece of cotton and a piece of masking tape over top of it. There's no more band-aids. They used to give those like little tiny round band-aids. Just pop that on. Maybe it's cheaper. Maybe we're trying to save money in the healthcare system. Who knows? Okay, here comes somebody with pizza. Oh, that looks so good. To do my blood work this time, I had to fast, and so I haven't eaten since last night, so that's going on 19 hours. Yeah, I'm getting kind of hungry. Does the female cycle bug you knowing it's not so relevant for you? You know, I've often thought, wouldn't it be great if we could just choose to not have a period if we didn't want one? If we're just like, you know what, not going to be needing that, so switch off. And then if you needed it, just flip it back on. How do you feel when those with kids complain and vent about how stressed they are? As a child-free person, I feel like I can still have compassion for parents, and it's probably harder than some people think it's going to be. That's just how it goes when you have a kid. If my parent friends are complaining, I don't actually say anything. Where in Europe have you been, and where else would you like to go? I've only been to Switzerland and France, and that was like quite a long time ago. I've been to Switzerland several times, actually, because that's where my family's from. We're Swiss. As long as it's safe, I am game to explore. I think there's so much history in Europe, which is super cool and so interesting. Hopefully one day we will be able to do that. What do you think of Disney adults? I'm assuming they're meaning adults who like to go to Disney. I mean, if you like to go to Disney and that's how you want to spend your time and your money, I have no problem with it. I think, wasn't there a thing for a while where people were upset that child-free people were going to Disney and they're like, child-free people shouldn't be going to Disney. Maybe that was something else, but that's sort of like ringing a bell somewhere in there that, yeah, people were upset because they said like Disney's just a place for kids. Adults enjoy Disney, they're spending money, so why does it matter? Ooh, UPS. I have to interrupt myself. So my niece is getting married in a few months, and I ordered a dress online to wear to her wedding, and I'm supposed to be getting it delivered sometime in the next 12 hours. So it just made me wonder if it was delivered while I've been out. But I haven't gotten an email, so probably not. Do you ever feel like what is next since having kids is the typical next step? Oh, that's an interesting question. Nobody has ever asked me that before. My next step was always like, I just don't want kids, and however life plays out is how life plays out. I sort of feel like there's an excitement in not knowing what's next. Like the predictability of like when you have a kid and you go through like all these steps, like grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, and all the stuff that comes along with that. I don't really like that predictability. By being child-free, I feel like it's a lot less predictable in a way because you can get up and kind of go do whatever it is that you want, whenever you want. Obviously, we have some restrictions with work and that kind of thing. And I feel like life is kind of in phases. We're in a phase right now where we're doing house renos and everything in our house is breaking. And so that's our phase right now. And eventually that phase will be over. And then we'll be able to maybe take our Europe trip after that. Okay, so the person that got the pizza, their car is parked like just to the right of me over there, and they're just sitting in their car eating pizza and they're looking at me. This is so awkward. This is why I typically don't film outside my house, because I don't like people like staring at me and being like, what is this person doing? I mean, whatever. I could be on a video call for all that person eating pizza knows, and I hope they're enjoying their pizza. Do you have siblings? Yes, I have 3 siblings and they all have children. And between them, they have 8 kids. No. Yes, 8 kids so far. And my husband has 1 brother and they have 2 kids. What is your opinion about this current trend that teens and young adults have kids because others are doing it too? I don't get it. I mean, I know trends come and go. I just don't think babies should ever be trends. I remember when Britney Spears' sister, Jamie Lynn Spears, got pregnant when she was 16, and then suddenly all these girls were getting pregnant at like 15 and 16 because Jamie Lynn Spears got pregnant, I guess. Kids are forever. They're always going to be there. And when you get tired of having a baby, then it's still going to be there. But I don't think having kids should ever be something that people do because it's trendy or because someone that you really like is doing it. You should just have a kid because you're ready to have a kid. What is your happy place? Oh, this is going to be like the most eye roll emoji answer ever. My happy place is in my living room on my couch, snuggling with my husband and my 2 cats with the fireplace on. Like, I'm a simple girl. That's my happy place. Do you recommend that I visit Canada? Of course. Yes, come to Canada. There's all sorts of stuff. We got East Coast, West Coast, North, South. Do not visit in winter if you don't like to ski or don't like the cold. I mean, it's not super cold today. I think it's like 3 degrees. I mean, I guess that would be considered cold depending where you're from. There's no snow. There's hardly been any snow this winter. Oh, the pizza person is leaving. Oh, I wonder if she ate both of her pizzas. I'm sure she didn't. She hasn't been eating for that long. 3-in-1 question right here. What is your favorite color, dinosaur, and number? My favorite color, I like blues, I like purples, I like pinks. I don't have like one standout favorite color. Delivery update. Oh, never mind. No, that's my medication that's getting delivered to my house. It's not that fun. And then favorite dinosaur, Brachiosaurus. That's the one with like the big body and like the chunky legs, and then it has like that really long neck with the little head. I like that one. When I was in grade 4, my teacher went through this unit talking to us about dinosaurs, and she had all these like blow up dinosaurs, and they were like pretty big. And she had like the T-Rex, and she had a Brachiosaurus, and then she had like the one that flies. She had that one hanging from the ceiling. Anyway, she was like such a fun teacher. And then what was the other one? Favorite number? I don't have a favorite number. I just got married. I'm finding it really hard because everyone assumes people have kids. Any advice? Yeah, people are not going to stop asking you that for a really long time. So I'm sorry. Good luck. And they're going to have to be really patient with people. What is the best place you have ever traveled to? Oh, that is so hard to say because our honeymoon was amazing. We went to New Zealand, but then the surprise trip to Maui that I planned for my husband a few years ago was like incredible. I planned everything. Like I talked to his work. I got his time booked off. I literally told him like the night we were leaving. I mean, that and our honeymoon has probably been the 2 best trips we've done. But we've done lots of fun trips. It's really hard to just pick one. Do you feel any grief if a friend has a baby? Like grieving a friendship you both had and now it's changed? Yeah, I don't even know what to call the emotion that I feel. Or the emotion, I think I felt the emotion more at the beginning when my friends started having babies. It happened when I was like 20 is when my first friend had her baby. I'm excited for people when they have babies, but then it changes your friendship a lot and just getting used to the changes in the friendship. And every friendship is a little bit different, right? There's not like one friend you might stay fairly close to, another friend kind of just disappears. So it's like every time you go through that, it's different and just kind of wondering what the friendship is going to change into. So yeah, it's a whole mix of a lot of emotions and it's weird and it's fine. It's fine for us to feel those emotions. They're totally normal and you're allowed to feel them. How do you choose a budget for your vacations with you and your spouse? Our rule is basically just don't go into debt for vacation. And so whatever we have saved up, like that's kind of what we get to spend on our vacations. And sometimes what we'll do is we'll just do like a couple of little trips throughout a year and then do like a bigger trip every second year. It's not the same every single year. Have you ever stopped talking to someone because of persistent questions about kids? No, I don't think I've ever stopped talking to someone because of questions about kids. I feel like I've had a lot of practice in talking about it with people. I can put up some boundaries if I feel like people are being too invasive. And that's worked pretty well, I think, for the most part. Except online. It doesn't seem to work well online. When you go on trips, do you hire cat sitters for the cats? Typically my family, someone in my family or someone in Michael's family will watch our cats. I never have someone watch the cats that I don't know. And I will never bring them to like a cat hotel. That just freaks me out. Plus, I don't think that our cats would enjoy that at all. Especially not Layla. She'd be terrified. How do you get your teeth so white? Oh, Crest White Strips. Have you been to either Australia or New Zealand? I have been to New Zealand. I've never been to Australia. Well, the second part of the question was, would I go to Australia? Oh, 100%. I definitely would. How long have you been married? We have been married for 14 years. I have to head off to my next appointment now, so thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you are having an amazing day, and I will chat with you later.